Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Zizic, and it's Hackett in at the 2-guard. And that one's good, Biberovic.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Back to Tucker. Here's Hackett. Wide open shot is on the money.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Marjanovic with a screen for Hayes. Pass to Marjanovic. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Here's Sangelia. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Biberovic. There's a screen by Marjanovic. And he drives in. And that one's good, Biberovic.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
A rebound by Marjanovic. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Our coach told me the key is to stay disciplined on defense, especially when guarding James Harden. He said James is special offensively. He's a master at manipulating defenses and drawing fouls. So, of course, they don't want to give him easy points at the foul line. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Baldwin. A 3-ball. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Here's Sangelia. Here's Tucker. And he banks in the layup.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Tucker drives to the hoop. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Hackett, the pass to Tucker. And Tucker slams it in.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the last.
Here's Melly. Pass to Biberovic. Shot clock at 5. Driving inside. Good work there as it goes. Biberovic has got 7 points.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The rebound by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. Guarded by Tucker. And yes, it's good. Baldwin's got his second basket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
It's rebounded by Hayes.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Melly. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Melly. Hasn't made one yet. There's a good screen. Baldwin can't get it to go. Now, here's Tucker, guarded closely. Here's Sangelia. Now, Tucker. For three. Here's Zizic. Banked in off the glass.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Melly. The layup missed. Tucker with the ball. Pass to Singelia. Kleiber traps in the tray.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. They lead by 1. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Pass to Colson.
Away team foul. Coordinated. First personal foul. First team foul.
Just 4 to shoot. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Courtney. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Courtney's got his first 3 points of the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Beyond the arc. The rebound by Morgan.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
Lets a floater go, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. To the middle. Kaycock pulls it in. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to Morgan. They set the pick. Into the lane. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Pass to Courtney. From downtown, hits it from three-point range. Courtney's got 6 points.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Colson passes to Gutteridge. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They set the pick. Shoots it. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. With some arc, and the layup is good.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Adding to their lead, and you see that field goal percentage for the game steadily heading north.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left now here in the second.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Courtney, the pass to Kaycock. Here's Courtney. Down low. To the inside. And the jump to finish it off. Beauty.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
Got a piece of it, and it ends up out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. Five to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Man, he is feeling it from three-point range. All of a sudden, he just can't miss.
52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. To the paint, Shanla, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Courtney, that's good.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
23 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Gutteridge. Off on the layup. Here's Morgan. Lets it go with a three. And that one released in time, but no good. And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 4. I'm going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
Leading the charge for this squad, man. Hey, Shaq, he's not only scoring well.
And moving on, let's jump over to our current game. It's a tight one so far for the visiting team.
Their bench has been strong.
And that's a halftime wrap.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've got Hayes. Baldwin out there with Marjanovic. And it's Biberovic in at the shooting guard position. Baldwin the pass to Marjanovic. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
We've got Zizic. And it's Shangeli in a power forward.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Knocked loose. Here's the break. Here's Hackett. It's rebounded by Hayes. A tight game here in Atlanta. To the wing right side. Driving in. Pass to Baldwin. Here's Melly. Nothing on the board. Clock at 4. To the left wing. Here's Hayes. And he hits it to tie the game up.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Hackett, the pass to Shangeli. The three. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 5 rebounds tonight. And Hayes kicks to Marjanovic. Pass to Baldwin. There's a screen by Marjanovic for the lead. And it's Zizic with the rebound. Zizic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Off target with his three.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Here's Melli. There's a screen by Marjanovic. And there's the drive. A nice shot by Melli.
And I like that they're not settling. Hitting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Trying to end the drought. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The away team. Tucker.
Both shots good from the stripe. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Baldwin looking for the opening. Pass to Melli. Here's Baldwin. Just 5 to shoot. There's a screen. Here's Hayes. Off target from outside. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Clyburn.
Away team foul. Tucker. Second personal foul.
Here's Biberovic. 7 points in the game. They get a hand on it. Fast break. Here we go. Clyburn. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Marjanovic has gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's Hackett. There's the drive. Yep, that one goes.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Biberovic. The 3. And it's Zizic with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Launches a 3. Drills it from outside. He's got 8.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Clyburn, guarded by Marjanovic. It's rebounded by Baldwin. 7-second difference, shot and game clock to stop the run. He takes it up and lays it in. Melli's got 4 points this quarter. Melli's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And here's Tucker. He's got 6. Gets it off. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. They're up by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Takes the 3. The shot comes out. Here's Morgan. He takes it in. They get the rebound. Over to the wing. 5 on the clock.
Home team foul will begin. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Six to shoot.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. I'm sure it would make things a lot easier, too.
Fires for three. Sinks the three-pointer.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Driving the lane. He gets it in there.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Gutterich. Lays it up off the glass. Gutterich has got his first bucket of the night.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Here's Courtney. Good on the triple. Courtney's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And when you get this kind of shooting from him, 100% from the field, they're going to be tough to beat. It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoner slam right there, guys.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit, and we'll see if that's the answer.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Pass to Colson. Takes it inside, and that one is hammered home.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Peacock pulls it in. Peacock's got his fourth rebound in this one. Morgan the pass to Courtney. Drains the three-pointer. Courtney's got 10 points here in the second half.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Here's the screen. Lets it go. Peacock pulls it in.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's the break. From past the arc. The shot off that time.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Count it. Good.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Peacock pulls it in. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win.
Good evening and welcome. Glad to have you along for this Tuesday edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Wallace. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Here we go. There's the steal. Pass to Smilagic. Off target from three-point range.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Turned over.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
The visitors with the ball. Now here's Wallace. Let's go with a three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Baberovic. Screen by Marjanovic. We played just over a minute here in the first. Here's Baberovic. Takes it inside. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked Coach what the plan is for slowing down Jamal Murray. They said, honestly, it comes down to team defense. You need to be aware of where Jamal is at all times. He can light you up, but Murray also can dish it, so we have to be smart guarding him. Always a difficult task defending the talented Canadian Jamal Murray. Guys?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. It's tipped. Here's Melly. No good with a layup.
Wow, missed opportunity from point-blank range. You got to make those.
Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Here's Melly. Hayes with it. Got a hand on it. They recover it. Here's the break. Here's Smilagic. Baldwin with a rebound. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. The three. And no good. Pass to Smilagic. Knocks down the long J.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Marjanovic passes to Baldwin. Here's Baberovic. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Marjanovic. A deep three. It doesn't go for him.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's Baberovic. They still need this. Smilagic grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter. Offensive rebound. Pass to Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. Puts up a three. The shot no good.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Here's Baldwin. He nails it, and we're tied.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
34 seconds left in the opening quarter. Wallace, he drops it from range. Wallace has got 6.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Screen by Marjanovic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Good on the bucket. Give him 8 points now.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
To the right side. Here's Smilagic. And that concludes the first quarter play. They're up by 5. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Launches it from deep. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Guduric. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
And that one no good to start off the night. From behind the arc. Brasdeikis with the rebound.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Nails the baby hook.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
To the middle.
Away team foul. Medic. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's a screen from deep three-point range. The long distance 3 is buried. He's got 6.
He came up dry offensively in the first, but looks like he's ready to turn it around.
Driving to the basket.
Home team foul. Will begin. First personal foul. First team foul.
Puts it up off the inbound. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Brasdeikis has got 5.
Yeah, you love to see a quick bucket off the inbounds. Well done.
A great job to establish position and square up.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. And there's the drive. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. On Sunday, and then on Wednesday.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Driving inside. Count it. From downtown. Nails it from 3.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. And a missed layup.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he drives in. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Puts up a deep three. And unable to corral the miss as it goes out of play. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And here's the fast break. Here's Goodrich. The three-pointer off the mark. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. The first free throw is good.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and get himself to the line.
I love it. In attack mode. Drawing foul calls this quarter and getting to the free throw line.
Down low. Here's Birch. And Birch slams it in.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans. Going up for the graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. For 3. The shot, no good. Lays it up and banks it in.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
They set the screen with the drive. There's 37 seconds left in the second period. Lets the 3 fly. They get it again.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. There's a screen by Birch. And the 3 off target.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Lets it go from deep. Oh, it goes! He beat the buzzer!
The NBA never ceases to amaze me.
That is a huge 3 for them mentally. You don't want to go into halftime staring at a double-digit deficit.
Well, I think for the home team, I've always loved when I started the season at home. I'd be eating good. I'd be dominating down low.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the home team.
God.
Thanks as always for watching.
And that concludes the first half. Up 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. second half of this game still to play. They've got Nico Melli. He's out there with Boban Marjanovic. And it's Beberovic in at the shooting guard position. Wallace's shot is good. Wallace has got 10 points.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Here's Beberovic. No good on the triple.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Nico Melli is out there with Hayes. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Baldwin in at the point guard position. From deep three-point land, he can't get that one to fall. Baldwin's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Launches it. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Marjanovic got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Baldwin. Jacks up a 3. Counted from distance. He's got 5.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Baldwin's gone 2 of 4 from the field. And Wallace, here we go. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Here's Baldwin. He's got 5. Hayes in the high post. Pass to Beberovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. Hayes misses.
Not a great start to this second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Away team ball.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Wallace outside. The 3 ball. Melli with a rebound. Here's Beberovic. There's the drive. And the shot goes down. Beberovic has got 5.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
They set the pick. Pass to Wallace. 5 to shoot. Pure from 3-point range.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Screen by Marjanovic. Beberovic can't get it to go.
They need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Wallace's shot is good.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game, 1st here in this second half.
Hayes, the pass to Melli. Smailagic grabs the board. Smailagic got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's the 3. 1:16 left in the third. To the inside. Second shot opportunity. Here's Servidis. Off the mark there with a 3. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
Wallace outside. To the wing, right side. Gets the 3 ball to go. He's got 6.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Here's Marjanovic. He's scoreless. Here's Baldwin. That one's off. Still out of sync. Baldwin's gone 2 of 5 tonight. And there's the screen. And the shot goes in.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
This is the jumper.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Leading by 17. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Out to the wing. Pulls it. It's hauled in by Marjanovic. Here's Melli. Stripped it away. And he throws it down with one hand.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
It's deflected, and he gets it back. Pass to Brasdeikis. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen. Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Hayes, the pass to Marjanovic. Here's Melli. Here's Baldwin. Puts up a deep 3. No good. Launches a 3. The shot off that time.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Pass to Melli. Here's Baberovic. Over to the wing. Here's Baldwin. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Baldwin's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Here's Brasdeikis. That 3's off the mark. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. And they get it back.
Substitution on the court. Two minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Hits a 3-pointer.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Pass to Guduric. Now here's Birch. 3-pointer. On target from range.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
There's a minute 26 left to play in the 4th quarter. Here's Brasdeikis. There's the triple. Rebounded by Birch. Beyond the arc. And that one's off. His 5th miss in 11 tries. Pulls up, high post. It's not going to go for him. There's 57 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter of this one. Soft touch off the glass.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions. And defensively, they need stops.
There's a screen. Lets it fly. Intercepted. 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. The 3. Prasdakis with the rebound. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Six on the shot clock. Fires from way outside. Oh my goodness, it counts!
Did that really go in?
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and...
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Bronze Davis, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Can't get the pass to Bellinelli. Pass to Zizic. Bellinelli against Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. A shot by Bellinelli. No good. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. When it comes to Jamal Murray, coach said it's crucial to make sure his defense doesn't slack off on him. He said Murray is a microwave scorer. He can get hot in a real hurry. Our guys know they have to talk with one another out there and help each other out. Communication is key. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, David.
Wow, look at how quick he flashes to the rim there for the finish.
Pass to Smailagic. From deep. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Inside. Here's Sangelia. And so just over a minute and a half played. Takes it off the glass.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And here is Bellinelli. To the paint. Here's Zizic. Out to the wing. Clyburn. And a miss there on the triple. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Knocks down the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Smilagic. It's good from long range. Smilagic has got 6.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Bellinelli passes to Hackett. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Singelia. And they get it. The rebound by Brosdakis. And here's the fast break. Smilagic. It's another look. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Clyburn. Good on the 3-point shot. 5 points in the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially. While we love his ability to attack the rim, he just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Down low, Singelia hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
What a terrific pass. Work the ball inside and create a good look for your teammate.
Pass to Wallace. Poked away. To the middle. Here's Smilagic. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And the basket by Singelia.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Bellinelli against Wallace. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Up and in on the layup. Good if it goes. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. They lead by 4. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Pass to Servidis. Just 5 on the clock. No good with the triple. Here's Courtney. Fires away from outside. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. Butkevicius. Hickok pulls it in. By himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Pass to Servetus. No good on the three. Here's Courtney. Still scoreless. Ulanovas. Offline with his three. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Tucker, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And it's tied up with that one.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Pass to Servetus. After two misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Haycock, no good.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
To the inside.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Dunston. This one for three. That one, no good. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
That gives them the lead.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Courtney. Still yet to score. Fires from deep. Can't hit that one. And here we go. Here's Servetus. And the three ball is good.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Pass to Tucker. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Courtney. Latre. He can't get that one.
Well, you're trying to answer the three, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
There's the screen to the middle. He's looking for Tucker and finds him. Off the run, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Second personal foul.
Oh, stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Here's Servetus, and he uses the glass on the layup. Servetus has got 9 points now in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Tucker inside, and Tucker slams it in.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Servetus. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Haycock. And he dunks it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. They lead by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
You take a look at the visitors. I love it when the talking heads are wrong. And by talking heads, I mean the regional media. This team is savage.
This is why so many teams are trying to play with pace. The defense just couldn't match up with them in the space. It's much harder to score.
And that's a halftime.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've got Zizic, and it's Shengeli in at the 4-man position. Wallace looking for an opening. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there. Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
We've got Zizic, and it's Shengeli in at the 4 spot.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Away team foul. Zalgiris. First personal foul. First team foul.
Bellinelli with it. For the lead, buries the long-range jumper. Bellinelli's got 6 points.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Pass to Smilagic. And it's good off the back rim and in. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 5 points in the game.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The first free throw is good.
The away team. Zalgiris. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. 90 seconds now into the second half. Pulls up on the wing, and the shot goes in.
Brilliant second half start. 4 for 4 from the field. Can't ask for any better.
Pass to Brosdakis. Here's Wallace driving to the basket. And the dunk by Wallace.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Bellinelli against Wallace. Here's the floater. And Bellinelli with the lay-in. Bellinelli's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Wallace, and it's blocked. And here comes the break. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I gotta say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. From the arc. Wallace with another miss. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter of the game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot, no good. Here's Brosdakis.
Home team foul. Clyburn. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Bellinelli against Wallace. Going inside. His three-pointers off the mark. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Clyburn off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
They set the screen. Pass to Singelia. Pocket 6. Clyburn. A three-pointer, no good. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Miami. To the paint. Here's Smilagic. Here's Brazdakis. Launches it. And he's good on the three ball.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
.27 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Singelia. The rebound by Brazdakis. Wallace a screen. Here's Brazdakis. Here's Smilagic. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the fourth? And when we return, we'll get the... How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Misses the wing J.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And they take the lead.
Looking to get stops late, that kind of defense ain't gonna cut it.
That's unacceptable. The hustle and focus on that end is not there for either side.
Launches it from deep. The shot will not fall. Bellinelli's gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Here's Dunston. Out to the right wing. Vučević sinks the triple.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. Now, he wants his team to mix it up offensively. He said, we've been settling for too many threes. Don't be afraid to attack the rim. Challenge their defense. Let's see some variety out there. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back. Unbelievable. He blew that. Look, guys, no clue what went wrong there.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Courtney, that's good.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Ulanovas, guarded by Tucker. Kaycock pulls it in. Kaycock's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Tucker. Inside, here's Kaycock. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Ulanovas, and the layup's good off the glass. Here's Courtney. Pass to Kaycock. Out left to the wing. Down low. Just his first attempt. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Ulanovas, guarded by Tucker.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Servidis. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And Tucker slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Ulanovas, guarded by Tucker. Ulanovas. There's the pick. Pass to Servidis. Free throw line jump shot. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Servidis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, he's been shooting it so well because he's been so active, moving and working to get high percentage shots.
And this crowd ecstatic. They are pumped up.
And what a huge shot. You talk about an excited arena.
Ulanovas, guarded by Tucker.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Here's Courtney. Here he goes. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Gets the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, those were essential. Very steady work at the free throw line in a very tight game.
Lukevicius, guarded by Tucker.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste, not at this point in the game.
Here's Courtney. Can't cash in. Here's Kaycock. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Substitution for the away team. Number 8, Ignis Razdakis.
6 seconds left in the game. They could win it. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This win, such a...
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Hi, folks. Brian Anderson here, alongside two fantastic analysts, Grant Hill and Brent Barry at the table, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Nico Melli is out there with Boban Marjanovic. Then there's Hayes, and it's Beberovic in at the shooting guard position. And Marjanovic gets it to go.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
Yeah, and he's so-so from there, but when he's hitting from deep, it's a big confidence builder.
Here's Beberovic. Screen by Marjanovic. Lets a floater go. Zizic with the rebound. Up and in on the layup.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Beberovic. Pass to Melli. Here's Marjanovic. Clock at 6. The floater, and it's rejected. From the arc. They grab their own miss. Outside Tucker. Two shots, two makes. Off to a good start.
Shooting 4 or 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Here's Baldwin. Checked by Tucker. No good with the triple.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Drives to the hoop. And slam dunk by Tucker.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. It's good. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Knocks down the triple. He's got 7.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Here's Beberovic. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
The first one falls.
2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Out to the right wing. Takes a three. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Screen by Marjanovic. Here's Baberovic. Off target at the rim. 1:33 left to play in the first. Here's Tucker. And slam dunk by Tucker.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Here's Baberovic. Shot clock at 5. Fires away from way outside.
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a score with his coach?
So you're saying that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
Here's Melly from the baseline. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. And he lobs it up to the rim. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Melly. Screen by Marjanovic. The shot by Melly, no good. And here's the fast break. Pass to Zizic. Left side Tucker. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. They lead by 13. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Well, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Here's Birch. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Pass to Morgan. Hey, expanding his range. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Here's Gudarich. Inside. Takes the three. Gets the three to fall.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Birch. And he banks in the layup. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter.
Tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Personal foul. First team foul. Away team foul. Olsen. First personal foul. Second team foul.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. This one for three. And the three-pointer goes.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
They get it back. Fires for three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. And Birch slams it in.
The execution has been better lately, but do they have enough energy to pull it off?
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Driving in. That one goes. Count it.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, BA.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. To the paint. And Birch slams it in.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, BA.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team. Here's Morgan. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
And he brings this game a little closer using a huge one-hand slam.
That's a great way to get your team back into it. And that one is hammered home.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Can't get it to fall. Right wing. The three is up. Rebounded by Birch. In transition, here they come. .52 seconds left in the half. 4-3, and it doesn't fall for him. Made 2, missed 2 now. 3 on 3. On the clock.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. Fires the three. Drills it from deep. 10 points for him.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Out to the right wing. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Morgan. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Continuing their momentum going into the break. He tacks on 3 more.
And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us?
This upcoming slate is a gut check for them. Good teams level up against good opponents. Bad teams crumble.
Either way, Shaq, I think this is a chance for them to improve, which often happens when you're exposed.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the visiting team.
If they think they'll win with this kind...
Thanks for tuning in.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. And this is a player who's been giving his all. Our Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
He's a great example of what a modern big looks like. He's so much more than just a big in the paint, and that versatility is a big part of what makes him such an outstanding player.
Hayes is out there with Nico Melli. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Baldwin in at the 1. Pass to Zizic. It's stolen. To the wing, right side. Shot is up. Zizic with the rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
There's the three. Melli with a rebound. They've got plenty of time to get back into this.
Yeah, I'm sure they feel pressed, but this is when you have to stay calm and execute.
Second half getting started. About a minute played.
Unleashes the bounce pass. An accurate assist.
Pass to Hayes. And the first shot of the night for him. Missing.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
To the right side. From deep. Sinks the tray.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the away team.
And he makes the first. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around. Oh, man, take a look at that one. Just a textbook alley-oop.
Beautifully done. He served it up on a platter. Here's Baberovic. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Lets it fly. Zizic with the rebound.
A wasted trip down the floor. That's not a good shot at all.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
To the middle. From outside the arc. The shot won't fall. If they're going to go on a run, Grant, there's no better time than right now.
You're so right, BA. I think they definitely expected a closer game than this.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
Left side, Tucker. Just 4 to shoot. Into the lane. And slam dunk by Tucker.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And here comes the break. And he lobs it up top. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. .119 left in the third quarter. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Baldwin's shot is off.
A bit shocking that he has not registered one made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. He's got 6.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Melli, the pass to Baldwin. Here's the pick to win the drought. Zizic with the rebound.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Pass to Tucker. It's Hayes with the rebound.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Baldwin laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Baldwin's got his first bucket in this one.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
No good on the buzzer beater. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. They've got Hayes, Boban Marjanovic out there with Nico Melli, and it's Baldwin in at the point. Well, Brent, you've won championships, but you've also been on some bad teams. What's that experience like?
Well, B.A., very kind of you to remind me of that, although the therapy has paid off, so I'm doing just fine. When you are experiencing seasons that aren't going as successful as the team would like it to go, there's a point of pride in the game and the way that you approach it. You can't separate yourself from your teammates. You got to dig in and show that you have the mettle to go out there and still compete.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Here's Morgan. Drops in the 3. Morgan's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Fires from deep. Baldwin's shot is good.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Fires the 3. Can't get it to drop. Here's Melli. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Baldwin. They set a pick. From deep 3-point land. Morgan with the rebound.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Here's Marjanovic. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, B.A., what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
It's hauled in by Baberovic. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Here's Baldwin. Off target from outside.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
Three-pointer off the mark. Ooh, poked away. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Away team ball. Substitution on the court.
The visitors with the ball. So far in the 4th, they've allowed just 6 points. Off target with the open look. Unloads. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. And there's 1:45 left to play in the 4th. There's a screen. Three-pointer, Birch. From behind the arc. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
1:22 left in the final quarter. Here's Morgan. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Birch. Down low. The layup off target. Here's Morgan. Puts up a 3. That one's off. His third miss out of 8 tries. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's a screen by Birch. Solid as a rock from 20 feet out. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Morgan. Fires in the triple.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous laps there defensively.
They set the pick. From deep. Not going to go that time.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
You loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
And so they get the victory here at home. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of
2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Marjanovic. He's out there with ball.
Oh, yes! He's put on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Back to Marjanovic. Here's Brzdakis. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the three. And it's Hayes in the corner. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Wallace outside. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll go to the line to shoot three.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Oh, that's blocked. With the drive. Drops in the layup for two. He's got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And that one's good, Biberovic.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
At the top of the key, Wallace. The quick look, no good that time.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Here's Biberovic. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
No settling for an outside shot there. They went right to the hoop.
Out to Wallace. Right wing. Puts up a 3. He doesn't hit that one.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Belly. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Wallace outside. Again, Wallace missing. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Here's Baldwin. Jacks up a 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wallace, the pass to Smilagic. Misses the 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Pass to Hayes. Plays it up and banks it in. Hayes has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
1:39 left in the first. Marjanovic kicks to Baldwin. Pass to Melly. Here's Baldwin. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. Drills the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Wallace, good. Here's Melly. Rebounded by Smilagic.
There wasn't a lot of resistance there at the rim. He just tricked off a little bunny.
Wallace left side. Clock at 6. And the shot goes in. He has 7. And here is Marjanovic. No scoring in this one. to the right wing. Here's Biberovic. Ball is covering. And the basket is good. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. To the wing on the left. Smailagic misses. He got it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. They lead by 3. We'll take a quick break. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity. You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Ulanovas. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Gutteridge. They set the pick. To the right side. Pass to Birch. Servetus grabs the miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Vukevicius. A three-pointer off the mark. It's deflected. Here's Servetus. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Driving inside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That's good from Birch. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Servetus. Off target from three-point range. Servetus is gone. 1 of 3 shooting so far. Pass to Gutteridge. No good on the triple. And he banks in the layup. So it's the visitors now. Pass to Birch. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Shot's good by Servetus.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
That one falls.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
From outside, off the mark. From deep three-point land, Servetus grabs the miss.
know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Colson passes to Gutterich. Looking to end the run. Unable to get that one.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Pass to Servidis. 6 to shoot. Fires the 3. Connects from three-point range. Servidis has got 12 in the game.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Three-pointer. Still a very tough night shooting for him. That makes him 1 for 8 now. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Colson. Three-pointer. Servidis grabs the miss. Servidis has got his 5th rebound in this one. He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that concludes the first half. Up 8. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the bench.
Good to have you with us.
Taking a look at the visitors, they've had a drop-off that I don't think anybody predicted. Came into the season with high hopes. The chemistry just...
And looking back at the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the visiting team. And that concludes...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And so here's the home team. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Wallace a screen. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. Wallace has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
We've got Hayes. Baldwin out there with Marjanovic. And it's Biberovic in at the 2-guard spot. Back to Marjanovic. Hayes up top. 6 on the shot clock. Offline from the top of the key.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Smailagic misses. We've got Baldwin. Hayes out there with Marjanovic. And it's Melli in at the 4 slot. Melli's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Pass to Smailagic. Buries it from three-point range.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
A nice shot by Melli.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of ball.
Wallace left side. No good from outside. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it 1 possession at a time.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's the 3. A nice shot by Baldwin. Baldwin's got 6.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Wallace. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Hayes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
At the line for the away team.
That free throw good from Hayes. You know, Richard, so many stars have done it. Any thoughts on a player asking for a trade with multiple years remaining on their contract?
If you're unhappy in any marriage, you should always get out. That is my opinion. Teams do it all the time. They'll sign a player to 5 years and then trade him in 2. So if a player is unhappy after 3 years of a 5-year contract, it's okay for him to request a trade, but continue to show up to work. That is my only request from the players.
Marjanovic screen on Wallace. Here's Bibanovic. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. For the 3. And it's Melli with the rebound. Wallace has gotten just 2 of his 7 attempts from deep to fall here.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Bibanovic. There's the pick from deep three-point land. Rebound by Wallace.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Baldwin can't get it to go. Baldwin's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Here's Smailagic. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Shoots the 3. Kept alive. Marjanovic. And there's the bucket. Stayed with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Marjanovic has got his second basket of the night. Vegas passes to Wallace. Here's Smailagic. He has 6. There's the screen. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Baldwin. Here's Melli. Pass to Baldwin. Puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Baldwin's got 6 points in the quarter.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Wallace with the ball. There's the 3. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Whatever adjustments were made at half, boy, they are working. He's looking like a different player since the break.
Baldwin looking for the opening. And the 3 off target. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. They lead by 13. And do not go. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Now, here's Birch. He's guarded closely.
Zalgiris. First personal foul. First team foul.
Hits the 3-point bomb.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
There's a screen. Pass to Zalgiris. Fires the 3. That shot missing. Zalgiris has gotten only 4 of his 11 shots to fall here so far. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. The 3. Here's Birch. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. That bucket in no time at all. Zalgiris has gotten 5 baskets in 12 attempts so far. And it's off from 3-point range. Fires for 3. Zalgiris. The putback is no good. it down with both hands.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
There's the triple. That shot misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And here's the break. Pulls up for three. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
He just didn't like what he saw inside, so he takes the open transition three. But if he'd missed, Coach might have had some words for him.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time. Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells a story of how well you are playing team offense.
And they pick up 2.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Birch. Can't cash in from close range. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Servetus. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Going inside, count the basket.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And it goes down 2 points. Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
1:02 left to play in the final quarter. That shot is off. Pulls it up. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. A nice shot by Gutteridge. 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From deep three-point territory, the rebound by Colson. Here's Gutteridge. Makes it off the glass.
Gutteridge, assisted by Colson.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Outside Tucker. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Check by Tucker. Wallace outside. Six on the shot clock. For three. Knocks it down from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Sinks it from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. High arcing shot. And yep, it's good. He's got 5. Check by Tucker. Wallace outside. Pass to Brazdeikis. Just 5 on the clock. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Here's Tucker. Watch by Wallace. Jacks up a 3. Smiley each grabs the board.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
There's the triple. No luck on that one. Now here's Tucker, guarded closely. 3-pointer. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Pass to Wallace. The 3. He buries it from 3. Wallace has got 6.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Right wing. Takes a 3. That one no good. 1:52 left in the opening quarter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. I asked him how they'll approach the matchup against James Harden. Coach told me, well, James is at his best going to the rim and operating behind the three-point line, so we want to try and force him to work in that in-between area as best as we can. They'll be following the analytics with that defensive strategy, BA.
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Tucker. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Lets it go from deep. Unable to get that one. A minute 4 left in the first quarter. Here's Brazdeikis. Pass to Smailagic. To the wing on the left. Three-pointer. He's off on that one. Inside. Here's Zizic. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Now here's Tucker. Fires the three. Here's Zizic. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Leading by a point. And we'll be back shortly for the start of this. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Second chance effort. Misses the layup.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lead.
The three ball. First shot won't go. Here's Morgan. Sweet little floater.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Goes up on the wing. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Then put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Here's Kaycock. Still no points. And there's a pick. Just 5 to shoot. From the arc. With the clock winding down. And he goes in for the dunk. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
On the take to the left side wing. They swipe it. Got a piece of it. Pass to Morgan. Out to the right wing. There's the three. Offensive board. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
A minute 15 left to play in the half. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here he goes. And that one drops. He has 6.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Over to the wing. We've got 1:13 left in the second quarter. 4 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. Servidis with a rebound. 3 on 3. He misses the go-ahead basket.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
To the right side. There's a screen. To the inside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. They've been keeping things close.
And now have a chance to jump back on top, B.A.
He takes it in. Uses the glass on the layup. Servidis has gotten his first bucket of the night.
And able to regain the lead there.
Well, the runs have just been traded back and forth all game long. Man, I'm enjoying.
Oh, it's good! Are you kidding me?
Oh, my goodness. That's how you beat the clock. Whoa! The heave to beat the buzzer.
Whew. That's an impossible shot, man. Even when you don't have the clock to worry about.
Taking a look at the visitors, I mean, they've established themselves as a competitive team. They feel that they can get a win.
Look at the rebounding numbers. I'm surprised they've stayed this close. They're not cleaning the glass. It's more like they're fogging it up.
Thanks for joining us.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. They lead by a bucket. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And here's Tucker. No made baskets yet. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he drops the first. Both good from the line that time. Now here's Wallace. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Back to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Here's the floater. Count that bucket.
Assist from Clyde.
Checked by Tucker. They set a pick. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Zizic. Deflected. In transition, here they come. Here's Smilagic. The offensive rebound. Doesn't go for him. Pretty even game going here in Memphis. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Brazdakis. Yet to see a basket. Here's Smilagic. Checked by Tucker. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
To the wing, right side. And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. Yes, it's good. Checked by Tucker. Pass to Wallace. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Second personal foul.
First trip to the line for him here. First one falls for him.
At the line for your home team, Wallace.
And that's good as he hits both shots. The visitors with the ball. They lead by 1. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
For the lead. And he can't get that one. Here's Bellinelli. Out to the right wing. Launches it from deep. Doesn't go that time. Wallace outside. Launches it. Buries it from 3. Wallace has got 13 now. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Here's Bellinelli. Watch by Wallace. Clock at 6. To the left wing. From downtown. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 7.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
From outside the arc. He can't hit that time.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
A minute 9 left in the third quarter. Pass to Bellinelli. Brazdakis with the rebound.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
30 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Here's Smilagic.
Away team foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
First personal foul, third team foul. At the line for your home team.
First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The visitors with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Bellinelli. Got it up. And that's not going to go. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. They're up by 3. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game.
Good. It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Here's the 3.
Full team foul. Medic. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Morgan. Going inside. Goes up again. And he gets it to go.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Boy, time to tighten it up on defense. A stop here would be huge.
And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
Morgan. First personal foul.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
Five to shoot. That one drops for him. Morgan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Here's Servitas. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
That one's good for 2. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the 4th. Shot clock at 5. Basket counts.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
They set the pick. Fires from deep. That shot missing. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Connects from downtown.
In order to create effective spacing, you need enough guys on the floor that can hit from downtown.
Here's Morgan. The 3 is up. Sends it home from 3-point land.
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the 3. Could be what saves the day for them.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, one way or the other, some fantastic drama unfolding here.
Here's Servitas. We've got 1:55 left to play in the 4th. Out left to the wing. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he's able to hit the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. There's 1:47 left in the game. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
4th quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. All alone. The shot comes out. If they score here, they're back in front.
And they've been waiting to retake this lead for a bit.
Good on the shot. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
1:02 left in the 4th. Morgan with the rebound. From 15 feet away. No luck on that one. In transition. 36 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Servidis. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. The three is up. That shot off. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Good. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to manage it.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
The home team calls timeout. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He encourages guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what coach is looking for.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Poke loose.
It's all about getting a 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. And this was an emotional win for them. No